tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpoon and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not unread, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She got that ship into
All right. Welcome, as it is time to begin our pirates sailing upon the water south of the Menagerie Coast and going a little legitimate slightly with what has been happening. They have conquered Darktoe and now are embracing a new world, so to speak, as they have gotten the negotiations completed and have brought the majority of former pirate captains of Darktoe under the new way of doing things, which is a little bit more undercover than outright raiding. And they are starting to act a little bit of security, securing lines, and things have been good thus far. Of course, as this has gone on, we also are aware that some tampering with time, space, and reality itself has occurred, which has had several things happen to our characters, including the acclamation of many a title. So, right now, we will find them back on Darktoe as they're in the midst of the festival, celebrating 1 year of being allied as a legitimate, independent state, essentially, by both the Concord and Marquette itself, and thusly, essentially, the Empire through the Concord as well. And thusly, they haven't had really any dealings too much with the Queen dynasty to speak of. So, it is a extremely energetic and electric atmosphere as people are running all around, going from store to store. Merchants are everywhere, and of course, we know the group known as the Seven, a elite coterie of merchants, is about, and our Wayward crew has made their habits of trying to find each one and see if they could at least introduce themselves, understand exactly how that they would like to potentially further engage with them, and at least make a good impression or some type of impression. They found a few weapons and whatnot, and now it's just sees what else they would like to do. So, in all the craziness, what are y'all thinking?
Oh,
there's a mute button. Oh.
Great way to start.
I think I was just, I think though after I don't know, taking her unicorn and such to the stable, that she's also trying to find more of these merchants, right? She's definitely the last year I spent trying to make the island look good and good to others, and this is a big opportunity for us. So she's trying to do the best she can.
Yeah. So, who is she attempting to look for? What type of shop were you thinking?
She wanted to see. I guess she didn't have one in particular that maybe there was one ship related. I don't know, or maybe vehicle related. I don't know. But
Tola, isn't there an enchanter somewhere? Talon asks, just tugging at your robes. Was there some kind of an enchanter somewhere along? I think we met the one for religion and food and animals, but wasn't there supposed to be some enchanter type person somewhere?
And if I recall, there, Matt, the weapon guy didn't do enchantments, right?
He had magical weapons, but yeah, he didn't himself enchant.
Yeah, so I don't think we met an enchanter.
There was one.
There was one, but we didn't meet him yet, or did we?
Correct.
Okay.
You heard that there was an enchanter here.
Right. Well, we haven't met him yet, but it seems like there might be one around. Now, if you are a traveling wizard who sold, or at least sold services to enchant weapons, where would you hide?
I'd probably go for the tallest tower or dustiest library, or I don't know, some dungeon somewhere. I don't know. But if we happen across a couple of books about old necromantic technologies or magic, I'd be super happy.
Well, no, let's seek him out. So I guess we'll start with maybe the lowest of the low, and maybe they're in the library or crypt itself and hidden there somehow, or maybe the tallest. I know the reach ray is pretty tall, but maybe a mountain taller than that or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sure.
Can I help with that? Being a wizard and all, knowing when or wizards would locate themselves.
Are you with them?
I would imagine so, because if these are like
Yeah, because we just left the animal place.
I did
Yeah, we're the
find
same
those,
place.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
All right. Investigation, my favorite thing.
Advantage for helping, right?
Yeah. All right. That's 16.
16, alright. Very cool. So we begin. Second here. Oh. So yeah, you moving about, and there is you've been to the shipyards, you've been all around, and you begin to notice that there are people coming out with strange glowing objects out of one of the local bars.
Interesting.
It's one window down the people.
And as you come in, it is very rowdy inside. It's kind of like it's sort of funny, like they're drinking, and even there's a lot of alcohol out. People have come in here, and you see that all the libations seem to have a slight arcane glow to them. Some are octarine, some are azure, and as they drink them, they get extra happy, and you see them spending gold on like little rings that shoot fireworks briefly.
Mm-hmm. That's
Suddenly
unfair.
they're like a little compelled to buy these little magical trinkets. As there is a gentleman here who simply sort of sits back. He's collecting the money. He's got his feet up on some pillows, essentially, as he's like, yes, absolutely. Good one. Precisely. Good job. And
Can I roll Arcana to figure out which kind of Dwemer this is?
which kind of what?
Dwemer spell?
Sure.
It's a 19.
A 19. So like the spell that's making them buy stuff.
Yeah, like what is causing them to be this affluent with their money?
It is essentially his fast friends.
Okay.
Very simple. And you get that, I would say, and looking at everything, you believe that in the libations themselves, that it like lowers their save against it, and that it's sort of also casted at the same time.
Classic 1-2 punch. Get it? Punch.
Really smart. That's really smart. The magic thing.
It's clever. Not entirely truthful, but clever.
I mean, if I had the means to, I feel like I would. Not an enchanter, though.
All right, but yeah, you see them there. It looks like a gnome, a little scruffy, hair frazzled in multiple directions typically, but instead has it like slicked back today, but with several balding spots, so it kind of makes several lines across their bald head when they ponytail it in the back, and they seem to be relaxing and just having a good old time.
This seems to be someone that is having a lot of fun with themselves. I think this might be your guy.
So you can go up to him. You can. Up to you.
I'm gonna take a quick look around. Does he have like anything kind of like seemingly on display, or is he just sitting there?
He's sitting there, and from what you can tell, there's a combination of like necklaces and rings, all with extremely like one part of cantrip enchantments on them. Like he doesn't have anything like crazy out or anything like that. He's just making his money off of like party favors, basically.
Talon will slide up and say, I admire your efficiency. Cheap, easy, crowd pleaser. This is fantastic.
Oh, indeed. That way everyone has something that they got. I've got an enchanted this. I've got an enchanted this. That's what everybody wants. Something to pass on to your children. It is good. It is good for morale.
It's also a good way to get your name out so you can sell more and faster. If everybody runs around with these magical, glowing drinks and party favors and such, it's impressive advertising all by itself, isn't it?
Advertising that pays for itself. You got it.
It does.
Got it.
This can't be the extent of your wares, right?
Oh. Well, I would say my wares is my craft, more or less.
Okay.
So you see, for me, because if someone would provide something, I would do my magic touch upon it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have ingredients here that can bestow many qualities upon weapons. But to be honest, there's only so much even I can do in a day.
In a day, I agree. How long were you? Well, I won't be forward. I imagine you're going to stay for a day or two. How long would it take you to actually enchant something more substantial, perhaps?
Work fairly quickly. Mostly, I could do up to 27 in a day with my supplies.
27 in a day. Okay, that's impressive.
But the truly substantial one's about 3.
So I have this, and maybe it can't be enchanted. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, but I have this fish scale of mine, and I pull back the robe and show the elven chain. It's good, it's nice, but it's not impressive. If it would push some limits, I'd be a little bit more willing to part with some platinum.
I see. Well, tell me then, what is it you find yourself in need of, and I can decide what I might be able to offer.
If I were picking nits, I mean, more defense is always great, but I have this nice amulet that makes me really hard to find by other spellcasters. If I could merge the two into one and have Elven Chain do the same thing, that'd be exceptionally useful. Is it possible, or is it
Well,
not?
you'd like me to move the one to the other?
Yeah, just merge the amulet into the chain, and then I wouldn't have to worry about the amulet anymore.
Oh, that's boring, but doable.
Tell me a less boring solution. I think, given these,
I mean, if
festive
that's what you
environments-
need, believe me, if that's what you need, that's what you need.
I mean, I also, I don't know. Can you significantly improve a robe of the Archmagi or no?
If you have the robe, you don't need the chain anymore. They both give you an AC.
Oh no, I
calculation
got you.
as
I got
one.
you. I'm looking for more. I'm looking for a boost. It's not likely, but it's possible.
Well,
Again, this is not my field. I dabble in life and death and time. This is not my
gotcha.
game,
All right,
I'm
so
just
Robe of the
curious.
Archmagi, what's the rarity on that?
That's gonna be-
Legendary?
Legendary?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably not.
This has its full capacity of enchantment, unfortunately.
Were you just trying to get the attunement of your hiding necklace off?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's what he's trying to do mechanically. Free up an attunement slot, but still stay
Right.
hidden.
Pretty much that.
Yeah. He can move something over, but he can't move anything over to the Robe of the Archmagi.
Got it. So moving the proof against detection and location to the Elven Chain wouldn't reduce the number of attunement slots, would it?
I don't think Elven Chain's attunement, is it?
Elven Chain is
No.
not, but the amulet is.
But the amulet is.
Right, so yeah, it wouldn't reduce.
Okay, so it's 3 for 3, so it doesn't matter. All right.
So what you could ask for is to see if he could add the protection
From the proof.
onto the proof, so that way you can get what you're looking for while maintaining the proof. The proof the
Doesn't-
anti-detection
Doesn't do me much good either way.
+1 to AC and saving throws.
Yeah.
You were trying to fuse one onto the other. I don't know what you're attuned to though. So.
Amulet, Arcane Grimoire, and the Robe of the Archmagi, so that's 3 for 3.
Yeah.
So yeah. Not going to do me a ton of good. That's fine. Do you have anything interesting to sell by chance?
I mean, I've got my firework rings. This right here will make you invisible for 1 second. It's very helpful.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Like a sneeze.
Mm-hmm. Where'd they go? And everyone goes, "Oh, I thought he sneezed himself into last week."
Got it. Okay. You don't happen to keep random spell books lying around, do you?
No. I'm an enchanter. I do enchantments.
Alas.
I mean, I can help people go through solid objects. I could increase someone's ability to take damage. I could even help you fly, but you know.
You said ability to go through solid objects. Is this some kind of device or potion or something? What is this?
It's an enchantment. I can put on an item.
How long does it last? More than a second, I assume.
6 seconds.
Okay.
And how long would the flying last? If you were to enchant something to make someone fly?
Same thing, just about 6 seconds.
Oh, okay.
You could see if you could fuse the amulet in your book. That would reduce a
A slot.
slot.
Yeah. So his enchantments can be added onto items that already exist as well. So if you wanted something that you were attuned to do something extra, he can enchant it to up that. Not something that's legendary.
But okay. So not legendary, but uncommon, maybe.
Yeah.
Could he, again, a little bit out of character, move the amulet of proof of detection against or against detection location onto my grimoire?
Okay, so you want to move something again. Okay.
So we're basically adding proof of detection and location to the arcane grimoire. Possible, not possible.
And the Arcane Grimoire is a what?
It is an
Uncommon.
uncommon.
Uncommon. Oh, yeah.
Just a +1.
Yeah. You can do that.
What would that cost? How long would it take?
That's about 200 gold.
Okay.
Could have it to you by the end of the day.
That would be fantastic. I am absolutely game for that. No pun intended.
Very good. If it's a rush job and you want it right now, I could do it for 500.
End of the day is fine.
You got it. So you just need both items.
Yep. Done and done. I will happily hand over the Amulet of Proof and the Arcane Grimoire and hope for a short period of time no one's looking for me.
Yep.
Could you potentially raise the kind of power on an item? Like, say, take it from a +1 to a +2? Or is that kind of stretching limits? As in, like, say, like, the Stone of Good Luck, taking it from a +1 to bonus to a +2 to bonus?
I'm afraid that's a bit beyond. That has to do with the very base of the item. I'd have to remake it.
Okay. That was just piquing curiosity. Thank you.
I have these two different types of bracers. Could you merge them?
All right, what bracers are you showing this guy?
It's a merging sale.
Tempest Griffin bracers, which is
And
rare,
defense.
and the bracers of defense, which is also rare.
Okay, it's 2 rares.
Yes.
All right.
I like where your head's at, Simon.
He is.
I've got
actually,
a total of
yeah,
4.
He'll put 2 rares together.
Okay. Sweet. I will do that.
He goes, that is 5,000 gold.
Do I have 5,000 gold left in my stores?
I'm pretty sure you may.
I don't know how much you spent on
Well,
your
I forgot how much you
animals.
spent. I think Will took it out for you. Hold on.
I did. Check the sheet. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Oh, where's the sheet? I have too many crew sheets.
Specifically, this is like the
Yeah,
Pokemon
you still,
fan
have, you
game.
still have like 19,000 gold.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do that.
That's the wrong crew.
Life is tough.
Because apparently your animals were not that expensive.
They weren't
No,
terrible.
they weren't. I was expecting the Pegasus to be a lot more, but it wasn't all that much.
Jesus Christ, you have money.
I also never spend any of it ever.
That's why.
And now he's a
So-
monk, so he doesn't need any.
Gotta keep up with Tonka and Thola burning through the cash so fast.
Man, I've been here for a day and I've already spent 1,000 gold on a dragon egg.
300
All
days, right?
Yeah.
300 days.
So that's gonna bring that item. That's the he'll be able to do it. 5,000 gold. It will take him the day. He'll need both items. By the end of it, that will be a legendary item.
Sweet.
Five.
Mid game, I went ahead and put ahead just for everyone what the type of enchantments that he can help you out with.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing something for sure.
Just to be clear, that's minus 5,000 for Simon, right?
Yeah.
Got it. It's on the ship's books now.
Thank you.
Jeebus.
And reminder for some of y'all have some platinum sitting in store too.
Yeah.
Could I ask this guy to put the Guardian enchantment onto my Wand of the War Mage?
Okay, so Guardian is
Plus
Minor.
2 to initiative. It's a minor and it's a plus 2 to initiative.
perfect. And then the one of the Warmer is just what?
I have a +1, so it's uncommon.
Uncommon. Yeah, you definitely can do that.
Awesome.
For the phasing, a bit legendary enchantment.
Mhm.
Does that is that similar to? Because I guess it's not in there, so I'm guessing maybe until the short rest. But anyways, do you keep that phasing until the end of your last turn? Like for instance, the Ghost Step tattoo, or does that stay? Or it says until the I see it. It actually says until the end of its current turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see it.
Yo, just permanent 15-foot teleport as a bonus action. That's badass.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Do I beat Jajal at stealth by getting silent to have a +10 to my stealth checks?
Yeah, there's some nifty little ones there.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, with.
What's the price on it
Yeah,
for
so
each thing?
yeah, so a minor enchantment is 100 gold. A random minor is 100. A chosen minor is 200. A random major is 500. A chosen major is 1,000. And a random legendary is 5,000, and a chosen legendary is 10,000.
Okay.
I'm guessing the A next to the names means that
Attunement.
it, yeah. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta catch them all.
So if you add something that's attunement to something that's already attunement, it's not like a double.
It still
attunement.
just requires the one
Yeah.
attunement.
Okay. Cool. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Here, let's
Okay.
bring out the checkbook.
Would it be possible to merge a very rare and rare item? Or do they have to be the same?
They don't have to be the same, but that would. Yeah, because basically that would take it above legendary, which you can't
Okay.
do.
Makes sense.
So minors do not matter to the rarity of an item. But if it's going to be a major, it will go up by one level. So it could do very rare and put it to legendary. That's fine. But in a
Gotcha.
legendary, it goes up by 2 levels. But nothing can get higher than legendary. You just can't enchant it.
Yeah.
Unable to take any more magic.
Yeah, the items just literally can't sustain that amount of magic.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to. I guess I'll do this one. I'll add
Range.
the teleport to the cloak of protection, and then add enduring to the sentinel shield.
Nice.
Which I'm gonna have to notate that somewhere until I can change it.
So should I get my initiative to +17?
Jesus.
Were you gonna get the Guardian one?
On the cloak. For the lulls.
Yeah, you're right. That unlimited unlimited teleport is pretty legit.
And sorry, major and legendary both up one stage, or legendary just 2 stages?
Major does 1, legendary does 2.
Okay. Oh. Fortitude on the item you said I could have had generated since we were out for a year that I would have available to me
Yeah.
on the necklace that makes your con 19 and not go down in 3 hits when I eventually bring Keldrum back.
Yeah.
Because this is Keldrum's money, so
Right.
I feel like I might as well spend it. But then I lose my advantage on initiative. And I can't give you all the reroll. But not going down in 3 hits would be so nice. That's such a boon.
It would be nice. Okay. Teleport. Home section. BA 15 feet.
All right. Anything? You done looking, or are we doing?
This gentleman give us his name? Do we ask? If not, I would like to ask.
Oh, you never asked his name, no.
We seem to do that. We buy and then we're like, oh yeah, by the way, what's your name, guy?
It's like, here, take our money. And what was your name? So that I can recall who I gave my money to?
I look for the business cards on the desk.
Yeah. This gentleman's name is Garin.
Garin.
You
Come on,
spell that?
goofy pen.
Gareen.
Yes.
And what
When your goofy pen doesn't
what race
work.
was he?
No.
No.
Oh.
Gnome. Scruffy gnome with bald streaks.
Alright, put that under no.
Could I add 2 major enchantments to something?
As long as it doesn't go above legendary.
Okay.
So a rare would have to be your starting point if you wanted 2 majors.
So this was minus.
Yeah,
10K.
rare or below.
God damn it. All my pens don't want to work.
Well, I wanted to just add it to. Actually, can I? I'm going. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add them to my seatbelt.
You have a seatbelt.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
course
because
you have a
my
seatbelt.
Tuesday character gave him the seatbelt.
Yeah, that's why you'll. That's why every once in a while Simon just sits down on nothing.
Yep.
He's not doing
Barrack-
the invisible
Barrack
chair.
had that.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
just has an invisible chair.
So you're fusing those. So if you're putting majors on it, it's going to become attunement though. So you'll
Yeah.
end up having to take your planes amulet off.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Depending on the attune, yeah.
which I don't.
Which you haven't had a chance to use yet anyways, so
Yeah,
it's fine.
exactly. That's something that it's going to be a. Okay, let's plan out why I'm going to be needing this. I'm always
crap.
wearing it. It's just I've never use it.
Wait, chosen. What was chosen major again? 2025. I don't remember. I lost myself.
Chosen major is 1,000.
1,000.
Okay, so it'd be another 2,000 for me if I added 2.
Am I allowed to have 2 necklaces on? Or can we change one of the necklaces to something else?
There's literally a rapper named 2 Chainz, so I don't see why not.
Well, in that case,
I didn't know if we were doing RPG item slots.
Yeah, I think in the book it actually talks that you can't have 2 of the
Yeah.
same type. It's actually in the rules.
Yeah.
So,
Rip.
but-
Guess
So
I'm
you need
never
a-
getting the Amulet of Health. I need
You
to
need a
pick
toe
a
ring,
different
that's
item
all.
to do
A toe
that.
ring, yeah, definitely.
The
I would
An
like.
anklet.
I want to put Enduring and Night Eye on my seatbelt.
Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be 2,000 gold.
So now I only have.
All right. Now give me a second because he actually is limited here. So,
Okay.
who
I got a
anyone-
major and a legendary.
you got a major and a legendary. If you take those 2 majors, he can no longer do majors. So he can do 3 minors, 3 majors, and 3 legendaries. After that, at least chosen ones. He could
Okay,
also
'cause-
do randoms, but he can only do 3 chosens of each one today.
Makes sense.
Okay. Well, then I will wait until everybody else is done before I put that in then.
A real quick question: if I get the Night Eye enchanted on something, would that help with my Drow sunlight sensitivity, or no?
Interesting.
No, I don't think it would mess with it.
You need a Jarlaxle's eye patch.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
can I find a permanent broom of flying here?
Not at his shop.
I have to go to a
No.
different shop.
He just enchants the things.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
that's true.
he just puts it on the thing. Yeah.
Hey, yo, take this stick, sir. Oh my gosh, no, I should make him enchant the broom that makes me sing while I clean.
Yeah, and he has the enchantments that he has. Like I think he can transfer any of these particular enchantments that he knows how to do.
So can he transfer from the items that we get from the gift shop that only last a day?
Well, it only lasted.
No.
I tried, Jalen. I tried to
It does-
finagle it for you.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you. True hustler.
I'm good for now because it would be
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that.
just because I can't do two necklaces, and there's no world in which Keldrum takes off the Kiss of the Changebringer.
So I think you're good, Simon, to take those 2
Take your
majors.
majors, yeah.
Alright, sweet.
Okay, cool.
So now I've got an enduring seatbelt of night vision.
That's awesome.
It's like when you start
I'm so glad I
enchanting
gave that
stuff
to you.
in freaking
So,
Elder Scrolls.
Write
where,
down your
like,
fusions and your combinations, and I'll get to them eventually.
I'll DM it to you.
Amazing.
No. Put it under code request because I'll lose it in the
Right.
DMs.
Okay.
Yeah, I could code these. I can't code goddamn cleric subclasses to save my life. Anything that adds extra spells, I'm like, fuck that shit.
Honestly, I can also probably just code my new wand myself.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Then is that everything for you here?
Yep.
Perfect.
Religion, food, animals, weapons, transportation, thievery, and enchantment. Awesome.
Alright, guys, so I got AC of 25 now.
Jesus.
Sorry, what?
Bro,
Are
what?
you a dragon?
I was happy I just got 21, bro.
AC 25
How?
buck.
So, plus 6 from wisdom, plus 5 from dexterity, 10 for unarmored defense, so I'm up to 21. Plus 2 from the braces of defense, and then plus 1 from the
seatbelt.
enduring.
Is that 24?
Because it's 6 plus 5 is 11 plus
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
that from the
Still,
Jesus
24.
Christ.
24 is still good, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
24.
It's like we
I
didn't even
don't-
lose Tonk.
I don't.
And,
I
you,
don't have.
and you're naked.
I don't have nearly as much health as I used to, so I need to just dump it all into my AC now.
Wait, is naked a plus or a con?
A plus for him because if he puts
Okay.
on clothes, then he loses his wisdom.
Wait, what's your
That's-
charisma?
Usually me.
My charisma is +1.
Oh, we're gonna bump up that. We're gonna get you a fighting style from the Ethereal Expanse and add on your AC to the charisma in that fighting style. I forgot what it's called.
Oh Christ!
We're just gonna
It'd be
keep
better
going
if
up,
I
brother.
could take a level in Barbarian and add my Constitution on top of it, but that's a +2.
Unarmored doesn't stack.
Those don't
Yes,
stack.
I know. I know. I'm saying if I could.
Yeah. All right. Amazing. So, you're all together. So you make your way
Making away.
out of there, and as you come out, Sola, you hear Cass's voice. I'm around the corner. Please come.
Oh. I like look, can I feel? And I like kind of try to open my mind to where her direction might be, and I'll head that way.
Okay.
Talon will tag along behind like a schoolboy.
Wait for this one. Follow
Well,
the group. I will catch up.
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Fine.
It's up to you. Does Sola make sure anyone comes with her, or let certain people come with her? Or
I'll
go
try
by
to
herself?
I'll try to maybe even use my new little ability, right? And teleport 15 feet into a crowd and just kind of just like skirt off, like.
Amazing. Cool. Then, you see Cassandra in her dress robes, very fine. She has her body flat against the wall of the bar here. You see that there is blood from her eyes down and on her dress, as though it's been splattered upon it.
Well, who was the unlucky one?
One of the little kittens.
Who's a little kitten? And which kitten did you run into?
Did not get their name, but they. So she's referring to Jajal's spy network.
Oh, okay. Oh, God, that makes sense. All right.
Um, they came rather injured already. There were roots growing through their body, slowly killing them.
And have they met their fate?
Yes.
I get it. You weren't able to decipher too much from them.
They insisted that they tell me things before I could get to you or anyone else. And I obliged them. According to their words, there has been movements. I've telling you because this could be sensitive to Mel. potentially. And well, there is a group of druids at large.
Does it
One of
happen
them,
to
I
be-
believe, he's had contact with. I believe before he met your crew.
I was going to say, if it was 3 druids, I believe that we let 3 go from the island.
If it was 3, I wanted to be concerned. There is a large amount. What he said. Sorry, what she said was that there was a group meeting in secret, learning. He said it was the nature of magic, but the way he described it and how they picked it up, it seems like it could be something else as well. But he spoke of them splitting into cells, small groups, and them not being in particular of great power, but them learning from those or getting items or boons from those who are more studied.
That would make sense. It is better, of course, if you are disadvantaged to steal from the ones who are. But that also means that they are not suspected since they aren't well known.
Yes. However, what they're able to do, it seems, with these boons or whatnot is far beyond what they should be able to achieve.
Yes. If this is the same druid, then it doesn't surprise me. He was trying to reach beyond his capacity for power last time we met.
I followed up with one of his claims that seems for them to be as true as I can tell. He said that everyone of the kittens looking into this are already dead.
And they must be somewhat special for making it back this far. And I'm sure I will have more questions I need to ask.
I tried to send to the ones I know. No response.
And do we fear that it is possible a cell has infiltrated here?
He mentioned something about today, here, the Concord and Marquette. He became babbled at that point. I don't even know if he knew I think the roots were reaching his brain. Whatever it was quite powerful that got into him.
Well, I'm sure that there's some that we can get out of them. We won't try to cause a scene, but we will obviously have to be more aware. I will talk to Judge All about heightening counterintelligence, especially on the island here.
If you wish to do your thing with his corpse, it is in the nest.
Yes. I will be there soon. Thank you for letting me know, Cass. Get yourself cleaned up,
Yes.
please.
And the blood vanishes.
Thank you, dear. I will see you soon. Follow up by the end of the night.
Do you want to tell now or should I?
I will find them. Yeah. Doesn't need to be too worried, but I won't make sure that he knows at least what's coming so he can prepare his facial expressions. You know how he is. He tells it all on his face.
Yes, Tola, do you know when he went missing? Did he ever tell you?
Whom? Tonk.
No, Mal, when he went missing.
Oh. No.
So you don't know. That's not my story to tell, but I do believe they have something to do with the year he was gone.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that this crew is full of surprises. It doesn't surprise me that there's more loose ends that everyone has that have yet to been taken care of. I will speak to him first before warning him, and then in depthly.
Right.
Well, let's keep on our face.
Of
You must
course.
have a good night, but I will sure to follow up by the end of the evening.
She,
And
yep.
at this point, she goes hurriedly, kind of back to where Talon, was, and kind of, I guess bouncing from place to place, running fast, teleporting, and she kind of sneaks up behind Talon when it gets to that point, and tell him to come with him. Come with him.
Ah! What?
We must speak to one that is being ushered to the
Oh,
queen.
Okay. Queen. Yeah, okay.
All right. To the two of you go. Do you bring anybody with you?
I'll bring Talon. Because I don't want to bring the whole group, right? To cause and rouse suspicions or anything, So I'll just bring Talon.
Okay. All right. So, if you make your way to the roost, the nest rather, upon seeing you, there's some trusted attendants who immediately get your attention and lead you. And you see in a smaller, almost closet space, this woman's body. Her clothes have been ripped from the inside out, as there seem to be roots and now vines and leaves that have cut through her clothing. And even out of her mouth, there seems to be this large, thorny bush that comes out. And more roots have come out of her nose, and you just see moss around the rims of her eyes as she has her back arched in pain. But she is still undead.
I will touch her in grace and in sadness. Ah, my dear. The price we pay. And I reach down into my various non-magical necklaces I have around my neck. And I will pass the one that is the symbol of the Raven Queen, and go past another kind of when you pull it out, it almost looks like the top of a raven skull and whatnot, but it is a black and brass key, I guess you could say. And I will put it out to the body, and when I do start to press it, a keyhole opens, and I use the key of the departed to speak with the dead.
And Talon leans back and clearly prepares a sunbeam just in case.
To do. There is a cawing of birds that fill the room, and from the key, small black portal opens up, and a raven flutters out and nests upon the thorny bush that comes out of her mouth, and clucks its head, and it glows this pale gray, connecting so that it can speak for this woman.
No, nice. Okay. All right. Ooh, everyone's favorite time. So I look curiously. Where was the last place you made contact with this druid group?
I found evidence of them on the Black Tide, docked in this port.
Were you then attacked on the island?
The evidence attacked me. It's sprouted roots and burrowed into my skin.
In the Black Tide. What did this evidence look like in its in the form that you first saw it?
It was a map marking here the coastal cities of the Menagerie Coast and the major ports of Maquette. And today's date.
Where did you find the knowledge gained to find where that evidence would be?
We were investigating this group. For some time. Recently learning of the vast of that they may be planning something. And there were winter flowers growing from one of the windows. Should not be this type of season. So I checked it out. On the portholes, I guess.
And I look out. And you have done well. What is your favorite color?
The orange of sunset.
Understood. Then, as that happens, and she reverts to her stasis in the form, I look up to maybe one of the guards that are like outside. Go to the tailor, the dressmaker. Have her make a dress the color of the orange sunset.
Aye.
And
for now, the bird kind of flutters and lands on Talon's shoulder.
Well, blessed be. That was something, Bilna.
See, even in death, all of us, we deserve the best and to be remembered, but we also can bring solace and knowledge to the ones that still live on.
Agreed. So about this ship, I don't know anything about ships or even sailing. I'm really just a land person. What is that called? Whatever. But do we go find this ship? What do we do next?
Well, I think we would definitely have to go by the Black Tide and see possibly if there's any remnants of this map that has gone, grown or overgrown. I'm not sure. I am not too practiced in nature magic myself. It was more of Tonk's thing. And I let's head back. But as I slowly get up, I cast sending as I try to kind of blank and talk in my mind and reach out to Mal. I say, keep your face straight. We may have Druidic invaders. Evidence at the Black Tide of a possible robbery. Keep guard.
Acknowledged.
And then she'll go and I guess we'll try to look for the other group. But before I do, I'll try to, at least I guess go to wherever the headquarters for Jajal's little kittens are and have them on kind of like, dressed in like, normal citizens would, but looking out for possible, these nature droids or someone who might even maybe be, inadvertently causing distractions, right? Or things like that might just seem a little weird,
Yeah, I don't know if they necessarily have the headquarters they'd be hanging out during this, but
Right.
I do think, and most of them are out. So I would
Right.
say
So I
that
could probably find them.
there's probably like A1 that you can kind of put in on this.
Right.
That can try to, that is, I think I would go, yes, and just sees this mass amount of people and is trying to figure this rather
Yeah.
large issue out. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what did I just get handed to my plate? This nearly impossible task. But he's like, okay, but
We must find everyone and head over to the Black Tide so we could get a better sense of what's happening.
All right. So, as the gathering is occurring, is there anything anybody wanted to do before they get on gathered?
So Mal would immediately, quietly double the guard around the docks with loyalists that he actually trusts, and just say like, "Not sure what's going on in the docks, but something's gonna happen at the docks. So like, let's go ahead and make sure some people are in place." Talon, for his part, would look at the bird on his shoulder and say, "You saw what you saw. Go tell her," and then wander off.
Yeah. And immediately takes off.
Nothing mechanical. Just want to have gotten those dogs before the 7 sails off because we get attacked.
Get the dogs. You got it.
It was the Death Dog and the
Shadow Master.
Shadow Mastiffs.
Did I give you the prices or no?
No, you just
Okay.
listed them
Yeah,
here.
let me get them for you.
We'll mark that off my thing because I carry no gold on me.
Needing the total. That's all.
Total gold dust. Yeah, no, that's precisely why I asked before we went further. Hey,
Yep.
anything you want to do right now? Let's do it.
You have the cash.
Just this way here. I've got 2 things here. Okay, so there we go. Okay. So this is the Shadow Mastiff and the Death Dog you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Dem pups.
Death Dog is 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. And the Shadow Mastiff is 1,750.
How are the dogs more expensive than the
The question
flying?
though is, has the Death Dog tasted human flesh yet? Because we had that question on Tuesday.
Had to bring down to 18.5.
Oh, what? Yeah, what's their like temperaments? Because I know you had said the
Shadow
some of them,
Mastiff
they
is untamed, and the Death Dog is untamed as well. So they're essentially wild.
How are they more expensive than the Griffin and the Pegasus? They're not even tamed.
The Shadow Massive is more expensive than Dragon Egg.
Yeah,
It can do stuff.
I mean, the Pegasus was 1,250, and it was in the range.
huh?
Pegasus was 1,250. So
How much was the Griffin?
Griffin was 900.
Oh, well then the sheet that what I saw on the sheet was not the total amount spent then. For Simon, because I only saw 1440. I was like, what the hell? 1440 for 2 flying creatures? And one of them's
One of
ready to
them
go?
is a Tressum though, and can't really do much.
Oh, I thought you had gotten the Griffin and the Pegasus.
No, I got the Tressum and the Pegasus.
God.
No, that makes sense because the Tressum's 100 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way,
And
what are
the
their
Pegasus is
temperaments?
intelligent, so it's not a matter of is it ready to ride, it's will it befriend you?
It's a celestial.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Time to work on my. Would that be animal handling to train them, or since they're?
Yeah, it would basically be
Okay.
animal handling.
Well, Keldrum's gonna be learning animal handling in his in his break.
Okay, did you have something, Simon?
The temperament of my pets.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
The Tressum. Yeah, basically good to kind of more or less good to go. Generally, isn't wild, is essentially domesticated. And then Pegasus, kind of same deal basically. You just have to it's more ready to be used.
Cool.
Yeah, I got an angry unicorn and a cool golden stag.
You're the one that got the two different things.
Yeah.
I've been
That was
walking around with
confusing
like
people.
a green egg and kind of like a papoose, or just kind of like holding it like it's a baby.
All
It's
right.
like egg and staff.
Anything else?
Running around, is there anywhere selling spell scrolls or other items like that, like magic items and stuff?
I don't
Just
think.
so-
Not really. I mean, none of the 7 really go with it. So
Oh, could I meet up with Stump?
absolutely.
Well, yeah, I guess it depends on what time of the night is, because I had planned to meet up with Cinemorphs, but I told him at the end of the night.
Yeah, I think this is a little earlier.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think Stump can go ahead and find you just amidst all the craziness and excitement here. And goes, Simon,
Stump!
you're back.
Always. I will always come back.
And he gives you a big hug as he sort of wrap around you for a moment and releases.
I give him a big hug as well. Although I can't squeeze as tight as I want to. I try.
And he
That's
holds
your
up this
restraint.
somewhat thin, a little wide, beautiful mahogany box. It goes, I got you a present.
What is it?
Open.
Okay. I open it up.
All right. It is a long boomerang. And as you touch it, there's a little bit of like sparks that fly from your fingers to it.
Ooh.
What's it coded as, Jonathan?
It's the Storm Boomerang?
Yeah, the storm boomerang.
Oh.
And you see upon it there are clouds and lightning kind of engraved. And there's even a little constellation of an eye in the night sky.
This is beautiful.
Good. It occurred to me that you had things that make no sense. Big weapons. And it's like he needs something that is light and he can throw.
That this is extremely useful. You know what? Speaking of big heavy things, and I'm going to go onto my back and grab the telescoping blade lance because I still have that, and give that to him.
Yeah. I was
Run
gonna ask you,
back
actually, do you
Yeah.
want
Run back
Stump
to the enchanter.
do you still want Stump to be like all heavy like you? Or do you want him to now be more like light?
No, I want him to maintain what I. Stump definitely fits the just bulky and
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, it's a and so because he's like young, but
Because
he's
a lot
like,
of it, yeah,
he's like
a lot of it.
huge
Stuff,
muscular roots that come out, but he's like
yes.
talks like thank you. It's just this lance is like
Yep.
Oh, that would make it attunement unlucky. I was gonna say run, go get the boomerang, the minor enchantment of returning.
I still have that blessing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Remember, miners don't raise the rarities. But yeah.
I forgot about that.
I just wanted to get that because I knew he had something for me. But yeah, no. Well, so then after that, I'll take him and we'll eat. I'll take him someplace to play a bunch of games or something like that. Just hanging out, having fun, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Very much both embracing our inner child.
Yeah, running, and I think now it's fun because like you can actually ride Stump because he's so strong and you're more lithe, and like, and he throws like it's just this whole thing of the strong and the quick.
Yeah.
Make up. All right. And anything else before you all get gathered?
No.
I'll like run by where I've set up my mansion or wherever I have like a little spot, and I'll just like set my egg in just like a nice secure spot, kind of like hidden away because I don't want people knowing I have a dragon egg, but like in a safe spot.
Okay, within your magnificent mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had the time, like I'd probably set up
I'm fine with it. Yeah, I just wanted to
Cool.
verify
Let's
in my head where
hidden
things are.
somewhere in my mansion.
You can only have one minor enchantment on a thing, right?
Almost to my. All right, so okay. So you can have up to 2 enchantments of the same rank on one thing,
Okay.
as long as it doesn't cancel out the other factor of the rarity.
Yeah. Just because we end up underwater a lot, which isn't like
Okay. Yeah, I would say
wrong
something like this. I
necessarily.
don't want you to feel like if you don't
Yeah.
make this decision now, you can't make it.
Gotcha.
You've told me you were
Okay.
interested in this, and I think we
Alright.
can let that. I don't want to
Okay.
necessarily like pause action either. It was just
Yeah.
it's good to. I'm okay with that. Very cool. Then, as we get ready to arrive at the ship, let's take our break and come back to that.
Oh.
All right, get on back. Right, it's not back. Gonna wait for Ryan. Ready for all the craziness.
Meaning like our default state, right? By the by, before we approach the dark ship, I'd like to divert for at least a hot minute to go talk to Gaius.
You got it.
As who?
Well, Mal, he gets well, Mal's aware, but like doesn't have all the details.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Tholo was trying to gather Mal there or not.
I mean, if he goes there, before we get there, or I know he was going there, right? Because he was trying to get people to the dock.
Yeah, she would have been at the docks. Yeah, he'd been kind of giving them the orders to secure the docks. Cool. Let's see here. Simon, I see you say you're back, but I still get your mic or camera is not connected. There you go.
Matt, for the spider touch thing, it says you could just get a climb speed. Does that mean you still have to use your hands? Like to climb?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would still climb the way you do, but...
So not like the slippers of spider climbing.
Correct.
I love those are actually slippers. That's amazing.
Yeah, more Spider-Man. So like the pajamas of spider climbing.
Perfect.
All right. So then Mal is going to hit up Gaius. So... All right. You approach your ship. It is a little bit adorned like the old days. More bright flowers are on display. And that have been kind of bloomed from it, but not entirely still the war thing, but also has sat in port for quite some time. They'll maintain by a lot of the natural things Gaius is able to do, as well as the saplings. And of course, you see the roots of it going out to the large lily pads, growing the ships that we talked about last week. All that is there. And there's also on them like what seems to be like small houses as the population of the ship with the saplings has expanded. And since it hasn't gone anywhere, there's like almost like it's from the main deck, they've built rooted like extra space that would have to come down if this thing had to get out of port. Become quite the barge house, so to speak. But it is all good as you get on. Gaius, of course, greets you. Did not expect you. Welcome, sir.
Didn't expect to be expected, for that matter. Gaius, old friend, it's a bit of an odd ask, but Thola just let me know that something is amiss in the harbor. Something odd is happening. Some ship in the port right now, maybe druid or plant related. I'm not entirely sure what exactly, but like some unnatural thing is in this port right now. Would you mind sending your tendrils out and exploring a little bit of maybe understanding from below the ship what kind of things are in harbor, which ones are natural, what's unnatural, what's something else? Would you mind just like extending your tendrils and exploring a little bit for me?
I can certainly see what the plant life has to say.
That would be fantastic.
Indeed, sir. Hopefully they have something useful. And they're still talking to me. Okay, and he sinks into the ship to carry out your orders. You feel the ship sort of rock even as you speak, as you can just see below that extra roots begin growing, sinewying out into the harbor and around the dock.
Always full of surprises.
All right. In that case, you all arrive where the Black Tide is docked. As you approach Stola, you see out on a porthole. You can see these very tiny flower blossoms that you assume were the winter flowers that tipped off the woman you spoke to.
Be cautious. The woman spoke of these flowers. It's what led her to her demise. Yeah, I'm sure we have. I'm quite certain.
You have what?
The long rest
Or-
question.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, no, Ryan was asking a question.
Have we had a long rest since we've come back?
To the island, yeah.
Okay. Have we had enough that I no longer have the side effects of my wish spell?
Wait, no, because this is the same day as when we got back.
Yeah, so you guys technically got back from wherever you were.
Yeah, so you haven't been a day
So
yet.
we haven't had a long rest yet. We've had short rests.
Yeah, so you've not had a long rest since you're still under your effects.
I mean, I think I need like 2 or 3 long rests before.
Yeah, because you
lose
were
that.
Right.
at 4, you needed 3 more.
Yeah, I believe when you arrived, you spent one night in Nicodranas, I think.
Yes, I believe so.
So you did.
Yeah.
You've had a long rest since your ordeal.
So exhaustion would have cleared or no?
Yeah, if you had one exhaustion
One level.
All right,
'Cause-
so it's 1 level per day, right?
per long rest, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm down to 2. Great.
Better find a
So
potion or something.
I was under the impression that we got back out of Peach's shop and went to the thing, found out about the mother, and then teleported back to Darktail.
Because you'd gone back to Peaches. Let's just do a long rest.
Okay, sure.
Let's at least do that so it's not as insane.
Cool.
Laughing. All right, what do y'all want to do? I think you've gathered at the ship at Thola's beckoning. Now you would have been able to see them go, so you can be there as well, along with
Yep.
Talon if you want.
Cool.
Now, this is not anything that we've seen before.
What,
It's a
the
new
blue
ship.
flowers? The new ship. Yeah, the ship is the ship is a Darktoe ship. You
Okay.
would have been, well, you necessarily knew them. You might have. I mean, you might have been somewhat aware, but they're-
Would they have reputation? Like, would they be known enough that there's some background on them?
the Black Tide.
Yes.
This is what, especially Mal and Dola, You know what the Black Tide is? They were among the first ships captains to sign on to the new way of doing Dark Toe. Not like right in front, but it was like within the early adopters. And generally are known as more of the legitimate ones. And actually, sometimes they're even joked about a little bit of going like they've taken it so far. Are they even pirates? Not in a mean way, but just in like, they've really bought in.
What's the captain's name?
The captain name is Charlene. It was Charlene the Rat. And it is now has been changed to Charlene the Eagle since the change.
So reasonably good reputation according to Mal.
And the ship's name was
Black Tide.
Approaching the docks, Mal will just go ahead and step up onto the gangplank for a step or two, not intruding, and say, Charlene of the Black Tide, are you available for a conversation?
Out. Moments go by. No answer.
Well, I think this calls for a well-being check.
You mean a health check to see that they're all alive and not plants, I guess.
Something like that. Do I sense any movement or odd smells coming from the boat? Do I hear anything or smell anything weird?
What do you want to try? You want to try to smell?
Well, first I would like kind of hear and listen to see, if anything's in there moving around, if there's any sense of life or something. That's the first thing I would try to discern.
Make a perception check.
All right. 22.
Okay. Look around. There's the soft rocking of the water. There's no movement. You listen. You don't hear people moving or any of the sounds of a ship being maintained or anything like that. Though, most ships here are unmanned and unattended to due to the festivities. Though usually there's one person left even on a celebration like this.
So, are we going on board?
We can. Sorry, Zanlor, give me a hot minute. It's improper to board without a captain's permission. That said, if it's derelict or unmaintained, we certainly could, but it's a delicate process. We should at least knock once or twice before we decide to board. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'll do the politenesses before we
We're
step
all
on.
here, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that applies to you, Mal, being the
Well, no,
plankton,
but every ship is sovereign in its own water. So docking here doesn't give me the right necessarily to board, unless I have some suspicion that some bad thing has happened. I'm not sure there yet. It would be untoward and inappropriate for us to board a ship without due permission under sea law. Does that make sense? I'll give it the obligatory the knock, I guess, which is fine. Let's do that. So Mal will step half up the gangplank up to the bridge of the ship and tap on the railing and say, "Is anybody home?"
App. Voice goes out. No answer.
I will put my first foot on the deck and step on.
Okay.
As he does that, I'm tapping my staff against the dock and I'm casting Mage Armor. Because I'm nervous.
And and you step on. There's no reaction. The ship sits in the water.
I'll just speak into the air. Gaius, thoughts?
Gaius, you see a kind of, that's interesting. I would say there's vines that grow from the water into the dock. Because even Gaius does not grow on other people's ships. It's a thing that he,
A politeness.
yeah, and a form of him,
Be a hell of a tracking system.
little materializes, though thinly. Goes,
Yes, my
the
friend.
ship is. I do not sense anyone on the life here. The plants. Anyway, sir, they are impolite.
Is the ship alive in the way that you would recognize it?
No, sir. And I mean, the plants seem to have been tampered with, sir.
Can you give me an idea, even a guess is fine, of how they were tampered with? Like what kind of magic or sorcery is involved?
Generally, any plant I speak to regards me as a friend.
And these don't?
No.
Are they hostile or just not talking to you?
Hostile, rather rude, actually.
Rude. Oh my.
And they weren't recently. Around the ship, there's something has happened.
Can you give me a time frame? Like before they docked, after they docked, recently?
Last time, the ship was not here, and it was about 5 days ago.
Okay. So very recently then. And
Yes.
I imagine your tendrils at least take a peek at every ship that docks in this harbor.
No, sir, as we discussed. I will look from below occasionally, but we do not.
Below is fine. Below is fine. On the same page.
Nothing seemed untoward
Okay.
last time.
So in the
As I
last
s-
5 days.
As I said, I keep of all the plants around, I check in once a week, but this is within that.
You've been exceptionally helpful. Thank you, Gaius, as always. If you don't mind, would you mind? Well, I'll just ask. Could you pull your tendrils back a little bit in case this ship is sick or diseased in some way and might infect or endanger you and your guild?
Immediately, like like Audi goes, yes, sir, and pulls back.
Well, crew, we have an answer, not our answer, but an answer. This ship was fine to inspection from below at least 5 days ago, and today it is in a sickly way and not in a good place. So, a couple easy options. We could just set adrift and light fire, or we could examine and investigate, or I don't know. Option A, B, or C. I'm probably being paranoid here.
I mean, we won't learn anything by just setting it on fire. There could have been something missing on more information.
answer. It's the cheap and easy shot. Come on.
We can add it to the fighter show later, I'm sure.
Got it. So you're suggesting we should investigate and wander on the decks and hope we can get access.
Yes, but before
Yeah.
maybe
Huh?
one of us dive in deeper, maybe Caldrum, if you could send out Noctis.
Very well. Since there's nobody aboard, it's not going to break any
We think.
rules. And I will summon Noctis from his dummy plane. Actually, do I even have Noctis? Is he alive right now? He is, okay. And I will send him to just scout through open doors and to hoot twice if he encounters something.
And Mal, for a hot minute, will look at the guards around and just say, I'm asserting right of dereliction. This boat is officially ours. There's no legal issues. Let's go play.
And I'll just be searching or looking through his eyes and ears.
All right, so Noctis, on the ship, where do you push them?
Well, I guess are any doors open first and foremost? Because if they're not, then he can't get through them.
You look, all the doors and trapdoors are shut.
No portholes open?
Portholes are open. They all have curtains that have been put, but you can get through the portholes.
Yeah, I'll have him push his way through a porthole.
Okay. This pushes through. Roll a d8.
Three.
Damn.
Okay. Push through here. And this seems to be where powder and cannons are stored. And cannonballs. You see the gun ports closed from the inside, ready. And gripping one of the levers to open a gun port is a severed hand that isn't cleanly severed. Rather, it seems that it has been chewed or bitten. Or rather, the body that it was attached to was bitten from it. As Noctis turns their head, it's dark in here. But there is a thick liquid. It smells iron like blood that is on the floor. And there are large, various prints within. Some maybe bare, others more pointed, like many small 6-inch circles. You see on this top ceiling of this deck, it looks like something large has scraped against it as grooves that are wild. Not any type of pattern, it seems. There are 5 places where the deck has been broken at the bottom or cracked slightly, and you can see this is why the blood is thin here, as it's dripped below from these holes. And there is 3 bodies that are whole, except for a large hole that has been put into their chest, about 12 to 15 inches wide. And then there are various parts of people and heads strewn about.
Narrating all this as I'm seeing it, was there a hole in the floor, like for a creature to go down, or just that the blood was spilling down?
Looked like something had made impact and had cracked.
Okay.
It's not a hole that you think someone would go through, but more just enough that liquid would drip down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the door to where this is closed.
This would there would be stairs that would lead up to the main deck, and that trapdoor there is it's not locked, but it is closed.
No, yeah, but he's an owl. I'll pull him out and send him into another thing as I'm continuing to narrate.
Yeah.
And just till I find something.
Send him to where the crew bunks are. Here. There are 6 forms that lie horizontal on the beds. As Noctis goes up, you see appears to be some type of root that lays across the neck of one. And the neck has a deep mark in it, as though pressure had been put there for an elongated period of time. And as you put Noctis to each one, is similar. As though the 6 had been strangled at once in their sleep.
Mel, I haven't found anything concrete, but the crew appears to be dead and something attacked. Should we just go find it, or should I continue with Noctis through the different portholes?
Can you characterize what kind of attack, like what sort of thing might have made this ship barren of crew?
Well, seeing that the crew that this agent was looking for, or was druids turned into all sorts of beast.
Yeah, I've been narrating everything that I was seeing, just so that I don't have to repeat
So
it.
the last time we went toe to toe with druids, they were sharks, or they were big flying things. Like, is this boat bait? Is this some kind of like trap? What's your opinion?
Well, this might be part of the group that we last time saw. At least that's what some of the information that we're gathering.
It's been what, a year and a half, 2 years since we saw them?
Well, no, it would have been like almost 3 years now, because we just had a year jump.
Yeah.
If the ship is here, they're here, right?
Yes.
Is the ship particularly like? It's not like Gaius, right? It's not living. It's just a regular ship.
It's a ship. This is very clearly a regular ship.
So
it just happens to have these blooms growing on them.
On one porthole.
One porthole. Oh, okay. Huh.
And then from the annals, where was this ship sent before? Like, it's only been 5 days since they were lost. So where were they intended to go before they returned?
It's up to you. Just have to take some time and try to get some of that information.
Yeah, just maybe look through their itinerary or whatever.
I'll wait for now.
Yeah.
Ship.
Because you could keep rackers, but you'd have to start paging. It'd just be some
Or,
research.
yeah, or we can just board and look for captain's
Bogs.
Ha 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 ha.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, we might as well see what we can learn further. Maybe take a closer look at these rude flowers.
We could. So, Thola, Caldrum, Simon, I'm happy to bring you guys on board, but I feel like it's not necessarily Talon or Zane Lore's problem necessarily. Or, Jajal's been here for dirt, so he's good for it. Do we want to take this step into this ship and endanger ourselves, or...
I'm here. I can help.
That's naive but lovely. Yes.
Well, I think at least. So what I remember, right, is that she found the map here, and that's when it like turned into the thorn and attacked her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to keep our wits about us, and let's, at least if we decide to touch anything, make sure that we have a closer examine.
Fair. Yeah. Cass has my orders, and it's ting ting ting. It's plate underneath the vestments, so let's go.
Tell him if you would wait outside for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, can do. Yeah.
So we're heading deeper. Shoot. Who's gonna open the door?
I could mage hand doors open.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah. Whatever doors we go up to, I'll just send my mage hand ahead and just open them if they're unlocked.
Tell me where you want to go.
We've got 10 minutes, and I will cast Detect Magic to be a pseudo warning system.
Oh, I should have done.
Upon going on the deck,
Uh-oh.
Upon what?
as you're on the
Going on.
deck, you get smell of like diluted alcohol. Has been cleaned very meticulously.
Like washed down with alcohol?
Mm-hmm. Like to not just soap, but adding other chemicals. You assume maybe to overpower some of the smells that would come later.
Is it drinking alcohol like a rum, or is it something more caustic?
More caustic.
Mal looks around and smells and says, "That's an odd sort of a covering choice. Most of these smells are actually explosive, or at least they burn well. Odd."
Yes, either they were looking to beat you to your fire ship, or they were trying to clean up a mess on the dock.
Or this is a bomb.
I love me a good old bomb.
Let's move efficiently. This spell doesn't last indefinitely.
You got it.
Zane Lord kind of looks over at the docket, Talon, and it's like, I volunteered to his like just to himself, and I'm still going with you guys.
And Talon signals back like,
If anything that's not us comes jumping off the ship, detain it.
"You got it."
Yes.
I mean,
I say to Talon.
you got it.
So I guess to the first major door to head down.
Okay. So you want to go down? Okay.
I'll cast Mage Hand. And
Unless there's what's on the deck.
Is the captain quarters up top? Or
There'd be a
is it below?
captain's quarters up top.
Yeah, then let's go head there first.
And from Mal's perspective, there's not like a desiccated hand hanging out the prow, the wheel, right? Like it's so the top deck looks good. All right, so just captain's quarters in the top deck, and then we go down. Let's book around.
Inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt, because I doubt there's any stone on here, is what would block the detect magic.
Right, but you have to be able to see it, right? Things you can see.
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any.
Okay,
visible
so you
creature.
sense it, then use your action. Okay,
And then
perfect.
use your action for
Yeah.
any visible creature or object in that area that bears magic.
Perfect. Thank you. As you approach the door, then there you sense power from within.
Yeah, so I check the door. Or from within, not the door itself.
The door does not seem to
Okay.
be magical, but from within you, it is strong.
There's powerful magic beyond this door.
Should I just open it and check, or what? What's your advice, Caldrum?
Can you tell what kind of magic it is?
Not without seeing it.
Oh.
So if we stand
I mean-
back and then the mage hand to open the door.
I have an easier option if that helps.
Hmm.
If you guys want to draw back by at least 10
So
or
look,
15
can you
feet.
still knock open windows and doors if they're not locked? You muted yourself if you were trying to respond.
I don't think so.
You
I
don't have
can.
thaumaturgy? Okay.
I can.
Oh,
I have
do.
thaumaturgy. I don't
think I
have
do.
thaumaturgy.
Hold on, let me look again. Let me look.
Are we far enough away? They're not actually in the 10-foot
I
radius.
actually do
or
have
so?
thaumaturgy. If it's old, but that
As long
you
as it's
can
not
only- Yeah, I mean, I could unlock it and fly it open. I guess.
Well, thaumaturgy
Well-
doesn't unlock it, but it can.
While they're
open.
talking, I'll just go ahead and
Well,
cast
yeah, it
knock.
causes an unlocked door. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Okay, so you're casting knock.
I'm going to
Oh,
grab
no.
the infiltrator's key, put my hand out, and cast knock.
Oh,
Okay. And you hear the mechanism undo itself.
Does knock also open the door or no, Mal?
I don't think so.
Then I'll use
Okay.
thaumaturgy to get it open, swing it open.
Okay. As it swings open,
Dum dum dum.
you see almost grayish barked tree stumps that grow from the floor to the ceiling and then spread out. They intertwine through this seemingly quaint captain's study. There's a skinned, there's like a bear skin rug with the mouth open as things wind on it. Desk and some books. And portions in the center of it are not bark, but it looks like it grew through the body of a woman. And her flesh and body now sort of rest within it as it's held up by branches. As she's in the attire of a captain.
Does this woman look in any way like the previous owner of the ship?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll,
consistent.
now seeing it, I'll activate the action portion to see what magic it is.
So that's Charlene, probably.
To get the school.
Mm-hmm. 1 second. Transmutation.
Transmutation magic.
Mm.
And it's this like thicket.
Mm-hmm.
The thicket's giving off the aura.
I'm gonna kind of peek my head up because I would imagine like I stepped kind of far away. I'm gonna peek up, and if Caldron said that's the source of the magic, I'm gonna try to cast Dispel Magic on that. Just at 3rd level.
Okay. You cast it out, and well, it radiates magic in of itself. It doesn't seem to be a spell or an effect. However, it twitches as the growth seems to spike at your interference, viciously expanding out the door. Roll for initiative.
What?
What's,
Guys, the minis are correct for once! Everyone's back to their OGs!
Hey, let's go. Natural 20 for 35.
Now let me get the map correct since you guys countering
Who,
this.
who wants a reroll?
I do.
Yeah, take it.
I'm content with my initiative roll.
You have a 55% chance to do better.
Oh, I did it.
And I had a much higher chance of not having to change my class.
Yeah.
Come on,
I
come on.
just want to say, rerolls are not always a good thing.
Rewind.
I've also learned that because Tuesday has a time with
My fault.
My first reroll was 18 for 20.
Okay, so let me look at this. I've got Mal at 24.
Correct.
Talon's not there at the moment. Do you want
Correct.
him initiative or no?
No, he's outside the ship until
Okay.
it goes. Yeah, that's fine.
Got it. Thola at 20. Caldrum at 35. New Simon at 18. Zanlor at 14. Is that
14.
everybody?
Now, do I get something special if I break 40 initiative?
Yes.
Do I get an extra turn in combat?
Get a balloon.
You get a crisp high five.
A balloon.
A firm pat on the back.
All right.
Solid thumbs up.
Okay. So with that,
Yeah, I'm
shit,
definitely. I'm only as close as I need to be for the detect magic.
Oh, I thought it was way further away.
I also thought that.
Oh,
I mean, the ship's only so big.
Oh man.
I gotta tell you, it's like I get as far back. I'm like, it ain't that far back.
I'm gonna ask you a really stupid question if you don't mind. We leveled up to 14. Should I level up Mal to 14 or keep him at 13?
Mal can go up to 14.
You got it. 2 seconds. It's super easy.
That's what Kat said.
All right. I assumed that was the case, so I came prepared.
Someone did.
Hey, I'm sure that you show up 9 times out of 10 more prepared than I am.
No, it's just he knows how to unmute.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of it.
Initiative,
Guys,
the only
that's
skill
my
check
start.
that Matt can't give you something extra for to recognize that you got a nat 20.
All
Feels
right,
bad.
Caldrum, it is your turn.
And what am I looking at? Is it just that grouping of trees in the back, or
Oh, that's not a grouping. That's a tree.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. There's this
Okay.
tree that's in the back. Yeah, as it started to, the roots and branches are like viciously expanding outward.
okay? So I'm gonna walk my happy ass
Oh,
away from that thing first and foremost. 40 feet of movement, and I will Take a shot.
Look, if I
Let's
move you any
burn.
farther, you're going in the water.
I will burn a grit, aiming down the sight. And sharpshooter. For 23.
23 is going to hit.
For 30 damage.
Okay.
Magical piercing. It's not undead, correct?
It is not undead. Your bullets bounce off impervious.
Cool. Letting Convergence drop on its strap and pulling out the fire thrower, I will take a shot, aiming down the line at it, annoyed, and sharpshooter
Mm-hmm.
for 25
It's
for 21 fire damage.
21. It takes 42 as it's vulnerable to fire. Spraying it down.
Love to see that. Final attack. Yeah, I might as well. Repita otra vez. For 22 to hit for 16. And since I hit it 2 times at the start of its turn, it'll take, or at the end of its turn, it'll take 2d6 fire damage as the tacky kind of alchemist fire finishes sizzling away.
Yeah. So, yeah, the bottles are ignite upon him, begin burning around this tree, scorching the body as well. Mal. Mal, it is your turn.
So I saw the hit from Cal.
You saw the bullet just bounce off.
That was piercing, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Right. Motherfucker. It's gonna suck. Weapons that don't suck.
All of your weapons are
I'm all piercing. Yeah, that's my problem. Literally my problem, yes.
You need a finesse hammer.
Wow, there's that, I suppose. Can't do X, can't do
Or an
Y, option Z. All right, I'm gonna run in, like physically run in.
Okay.
I've got
punch
at
it.
least 30 feet of walking. Can I grapple the thing?
Now's a tree hugger!
I
Literally.
It is too many sizes above your size to grab.
Okay. That's.
I was gonna ask a similar question. Does it look like we can break free the body? Because like it's kind of going around it.
It's going through it.
Oh, through it. Oh. Okay. All right. Never mind. Annihilation style. Like it.
Yeah, and now it's been set aflame. It is.
Bamboo torture.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Fair enough.
Spiders
and-
from Conchal Island.
I love when the druids get all metal.
All right, so I'm going to take full action, 1 oil flask from my pack and toss it across the flames.
Oh, very nice. Let's do 2d6 fire.
You roll, I roll. Your choice.
We'll do it to hit actually. So throwing, that'd be strength. So just give me a strength check for improvised weapon.
You got it. Straight strength. Oh my god. It's a 10.
That's sick.
That's fun.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it bangs against and begins setting the back of the ship on fire.
All right, it's a good start. Yeah, good job. Good job.
That's what he meant to
Fine. This is fine. I'll stay put.
Okay, Thola.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Shoot. I guess I will get 15. I'll get close enough so that that thing is 15 feet within where I am.
Going in the room to say hi to Mal.
Say what's up. What's up? And then I will as I kind of hone in and touch my amulet, similar ravens kind of come up from the ground and everywhere, and have spirit guardians up.
I haven't seen them in forever.
I know,
Nice.
right?
Crows manifest.
Boom. It's getting crowded in that room.
Yeah. All right, and that will be all.
Okay. Simon.
Okay, I guess I'll just run up to the door because that's about as far as I can go. It's not really room for me in there. But that's
The
okay.
spiritual guardians are like here.
Yeah, because you can
Yeah,
be
I
where
would've-
because the Guardians are substantial. You can be within the Guardians.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Up and punch him in the
It's,
face.
but I've got 15 feet of melee range.
Gee. Okay, extendo arms.
Fine, here, stand
Mr.
on the damn
Fantastic.
table.
Go gadget. Slap
Lumberjack
'em.
Armstrong over here.
Right.
Go,
Plastic
go,
man.
gadget, punch in the face.
Okay, so I guess can I get within 10 feet of it?
Right here.
Okay.
Where I put you originally.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my bonus action and burn 2 key points to do my full the visage of my astral self.
Nice.
What does it look
Um,
like?
So I kind of just grab my amulet for a sec, mumble a little prayer to myself, and storm clouds kind of form on my shoulders and then extend out as like lightning arms kind of cover my own and stretch out significantly.
Cool.
And my eyes are glowing and seem to have lightning coming from them.
Sick.
And so it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
19.
That is the DC. So it takes nothing.
Okay. Lightning charges out.
And I will then go ahead and make my 2 melee attacks at it. That's a 28 to hit on the first one,
Hits.
and 16 to hit on the second one.
That will hit as well.
Okay. So, first one is a 2 plus 6 force damage,
8 force.
and then 1 lightning.
Okay.
And second one is
As you hit the lightning, it seems to wrap around all the roots and branches throughout the entire room. Everyone in the room takes 1 lightning damage. It does not seem to affect the tree.
including myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dang, son.
Not resistant to lightning?
I don't anymore. Well, second one is 13 force, and I don't know if I can choose to not do the lightning damage from the I am voltage.
I think if you've powered it up,
side of the screen?
I think if you, I think you can throw your gauntlets off.
Not gauntlets. Remember, you just made it so that he became
Oh, you
I-
became voltage.
he became
Yeah.
infused with voltage.
I just do 1 lightning damage.
Yeah, I think you
Essentially
just do it,
5
my
seconds.
friend. Yeah.
Okay, then we're all taking another 1 point of lightning damage, my guys.
Nice.
Death by 1,000 lightning strikes.
Yeah,
I feel so
and
alive.
that will be my turn because I already used my bonus action.
Absolutely. Okay. One root leeches out to
Can I
Thola.
get
The
a
other.
wisdom save
Thank
first,
you, yeah.
please?
Yes. You. That's only a 3. How much damage?
29 radiant.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Also, if it's attacking somebody else, I have Sentinel, so I can make another attack at it.
Yeah, 'cause it's going to go to Thola and Mal. So go ahead and get your attack.
Mhm.
It's a 29 to hit
That hits.
for 12 force, and everybody takes another lightning.
Right. So the attack.
Oh,
Now
hold
is
on.
one.
I gotta do the thing.
All right, we're going to Mal. 14. This is missing, and then we got another one going to Thola.
I made all my concept checks that I forgot to do.
Okay. Oh, cool. All right. One root hits you for 24, Thola.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That is going to be 18 bludgeoning damage as it wraps around you, and you are grappled.
Okay. Let me do this again. All right. That is good. I rolled a 10 for a 14.
Perfect. All right. And then all this lightning is moving around it from Simon, and it coalesces into the center as
Oh,
a
no.
discharge of power goes right towards Mal. I need a dex save.
Dex save coming up. 2 seconds. That's a 12. No, actually. Let's do Indomitable and reroll that one. 24.
Okay. That'd be 31 instead. It's half to 15 lightning damage.
15. You got it. Done.
Zenlor.
So I just saw everyone run into this room ahead of me. I'm seeing lightning flash. I kind of peek my head in. Oh, that's a big tree. I tap the staff against the ground, pull what looks like a just ball of white light from the tip of the staff, and I cast Firebolt at the tree.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
From everyone in here, it's getting some cover here.
Okay.
More
With
fire.
the staff of one of the War Mage, I
Ignore the
half
cover. Yep.
cover. Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Right in the doorway.
That's a really awesomely painted mini there.
So
I
that's
just wanted to
a.
show him I actually got it done.
Gotta do math. I should be good at math at this point. That's a
Oh, math is
31 to
hard.
hit.
That's going to hit the damage.
Okay. So that's gonna be. That's 23 points of fire damage,
Okay, so it's going to be doubled to 46.
and it's probably not going to do much since it was affected by a spell from me. It's affected by my gravity well. So could I use that to potentially just kind of like put like, not like just push it into the wall, kind of like try to force it into the wall to kind of bash it with the, because forcefully moved 5 feet.
It is so in this room. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to work here.
Cool. Then it will remain.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to run away.
All
I'm
right.
terrified.
All right, Caldrum. It is very hard for you to get a vial of fire through this wall of peeps.
That's not what the alchemist fire thrower is. It shoots like bullets of alchemist fire.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have sharpshooter. So
And I lined him up with the door.
Yeah.
I might know Cal's tricks by now.
Doom, 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 doom,
So
doom.
yeah, I will take a shot.
Go ahead, Nola.
I'm
I'll
good.
burn my inspiration. Why not?
She'll kill you,
Sharpshooter.
and then she'll come back.
Yeah. I'll go with sharpshooter.
20.
20 hits.
Sorry. So this is going to be 19 fire damage, but it needed to have. It took its turn already, right? Because we're back at me. So on its turn, at the end of its turn, it took 8, so 16.
Yeah.
From the burning. And then just now, this attack was 19.
Okay, I got a shenanigans question. Talk's not here to
Interesting.
do it. Nell has a sword that does extra damage to paper.
Correct. But it's also piercing, and this thing is immune to piercing. Then what's the point? But we could try.
Maybe the paper damage gets through.
All right. So what's your other? Because you had your head. So what do you have?
Yeah. So next attack.
I don't think I got the first one. I just got your was on fire.
Oh,
attack.
it was 19, so 38,
38,
and now I
okay.
just crit.
Nice.
So that's going to be 22, so 44 damage. Final attack. Well, since I gained grit back, sure, let's spend it again. For the advantage. Yeah, that'll hit. And that's 18 to 36.
Okay.
As you guys just see these like small little discs of alchemist fire spinning in, hitting this thing, and kind of just burning into it, and then start dripping out slowly.
All right. In that case, the tree burns. The body is consumed by flame.
No.
And the room is burning in and of itself.
Seeing that, I will just walk over and control flames all the fire out.
I'll do whatever little help I can with prestidigitation. Oh man. Oh wow.
Well, that was peculiar.
We are. This is not good.
The boat of the situation, because we can go downstairs and see if there's more of this down in the below decks.
I think it would be both, my friend. But yes, let's get downstairs and see how far this infection has spread.
Just to be clear, anything
What?
in the immediate room we should be picking up or investigating? Like,
Yeah,
is there
that's
some
exactly-
some remnants here we should be using?
right, like a desk?
Oh, the
or-
captain's dust.
They say a desk. Is there like a painting that we're like, yeah, there's something behind that painting?
Oh, there were
There's a safe
Can I do
there.
like a
Marks.
So there were things here, but a lot of them have been burned away. And incinerated. However, there is the desk. You can see while scorched, whoever would like to can do an investigation check.
I'll hop on that.
Yeah, not me. I'm tired of it. I'm perceptive.
Oh yeah. New character sheet cookies. That's 27.
Woof.
Okay.
Big brain.
One point there may have been something looks like this could have been more like almost like a puzzle on the top of the desk, but your fingers move through the ash down to a switch that can be turned. As you do, it opens, and there's a compartment of 3 inches of lead. You take out, and it's 3 inches of lead all around, and within you find a compass.
Just out of curiosity, does the letter on the desk resemble Revik's lead on his desk when he was when we recovered his ship?
Yeah.
And then the compass looks probably pretty similar, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
So some subset of captains had these desks and these compasses, right?
Because I know that this might take a little bit, and I'm not the best at these fine details when it comes to looking into rooms. But what Tholo was thinking about was, if this possibly, came in at night, or, came in, like whatever obviously invaded, possibly on their voyage in, maybe that the first person that saw or had an inkling of what was coming would be in the lookout there, so she would go up to the crow's nest to see if there's a body up there, if there's any notes or anything of that person that might have seen something coming.
Okay.
She starts climbing up.
Absolutely. One thing, Caldrum, your detect magic wouldn't have gone down for any reason. So when the compass came out, it has an aura of divination.
That compass is divining something, though I don't know what. Further identification will likely reveal what it's pointing towards. We're going to check the rest of the ship.
Yeah, at some point, if you guys give me 10 minutes, I can do that. Why did that close? It's already closed. I put it in the
So
God
just,
damn.
just to be clear, Zane lore, and I haven't known you for a while, so I'll just make it very easy. When I was a young teen, I guess 11, 12, 13 maybe, my parents, who were pirate ilk of the old families, they were killed by some druids. I was turned into a bear for about a year. Weird story, weird itches. I can't explain why I still like honey that much. It's a strange thing, but we've had this issue going on off and on where the old bloodlines are haunted by some group of druids. The theory is that there's some old tradition between us and them that involve my key, and not to get too complicated, but like it's been a fight back and forth for a long time, but they keep pursuing us, and the few captains from the old families that still have the keys or still have the charts have some secrets in common. So I'd be very much obliged, I guess, if you find something and don't tell the rest. Just share it with us.
Yeah. All good. I fully understand. Sorry, I'm just conversation.
No, that's never. Yeah.
Okay. Thola, as you climb up to the crow's nest, there is a finger, red with blood, and you see on its skin there is prints. So someone held it and it looks as though it was used to write a message. Return to chaos in the old way, or be condemned with the civilized.
And she looks down. She's like, great, more fanatics. And she brings down the finger.
Go ahead and give me a perception check up there.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I definitely want to look, possibly see if there's etchings too. But let's see. Perception. 23.
Between the boards, where it looks like time or sea or maybe a board lookout had slowly made some room, you find flowers that have been pressed in.
Huh. Do these look like the flowers that were covering that one porthole?
No.
I will look to make sure that there's no thorns or anything, but or they're not. I don't know, like heavily pollinated to look weird, right? I don't know.
Yeah, with your perception check, you don't see anything that's necessarily
odd. Okay, I'll grab them and see what they are.
Do a nature check if you want.
Yep. And if I dig my hands in there, there's nothing else that.
That's all that seems to be there.
Okay. I don't. Oh gosh. Yeah. That's going to be a 2 - 1. So I got a 1 there.
Oh. You're not sure the significance.
I'll bring them down though. Even though I don't know, this is why you have team. So I'll bring down this finger and these flowers. Are these flowers at least, spending some time in the garden? They're not fresh, right? Or they're seem withered or dry.
They're dried.
Okay. So I go down and, well, I found this finger. Seems like someone wants to go back to the old ways of chaos. Seems that people may have the right to die with the civilized. But I also found these flowers up there, behind the board. Stuff that don't know what they mean, although they seem kind of pretty. Has anyone ever seen these type of flowers before?
Nature check or no?
One more person can do one.
Anybody better than me? I'm a +2.
You're the best!
Around. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down. Never mind.
It would be a Jajal thing, but homie's not here.
14. 14.
Better than what I rolled.
With 14. You recognize there's 2 types here. One, you recognize you've seen before when you were on the Twinwood Isles.
Mm-hmm. And the other?
Seems familiar, but you can't place it right now.
I see. So, the Twinwood Isles, was that when we... Shit. First raiding party, second raiding party, that wasn't the island where Tonk got taken over by plants or fungus, was it?
That was where you met the Quaddle.
Okay, got it. The Coatl.
Oh,
Lovely. I can use that. We can go ask the Coatl again. How curious.
What would you like to do?
well, there has to be more here. We must continue further. I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, I got these ravens all around me flying, so better just keep on going.
Yeah.
Actually,
Further and deeper.
now I'll give you this because I was just realizing something. The other one you smell, and it is a scent you recognize back when you were transformed.
So that would
It was years ago when you had, before you turned to a bear, it was the last scent, and it was the first scent through your nose.
I recall that being on the Conquered Coast, but where exactly?
I was able to remember what is your backstory exactly where that was.
It's up to you.
But okay. In that case, we're gonna put it's gonna be west of the Hearthstar Peaks.
Got it.
There's a scent that I remember as being there, and though it as though it had more to do with the magic that was cast upon you.
Got it.
So where to?
If we're continuing below, can everyone here see in the dark?
I can now.
I can't.
You can't. Okay. I want.
I do have a rapier though that gives off light.
Oh, cool. Cool. I was just gonna cast dancing lights just to circle around us.
Oh yeah,
Oh, but that's just for a minute though. I just checked that. So your rapier's probably better.
Findal is on all the time.
All right. So you go below as you let the sunlight of Findal move in. And you see here the bloody mess of the deck. The bodies that have been penetrated. Others torn apart. Thola. You see specifically no body or head that is here has a lower jaw.
Interesting. That's fucked up. I'm guessing the only one that was partly intact was the captain in the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Sadistic, clever, whatever you want to call it. They definitely came here with a purpose and thought of most things.
But to what end, though? I think planting this boat in our dock is only a foothold, literally, and killing the crew is a pawn along that path. So, what's the end game?
That is the issue. I mean, it has to do with you, right? I mean,
I'm not that
Obviously,
special. It's
if
probably the island.
Shut
If they're
up.
here for you, then if it's the compass thing. Sorry.
Zanlor, we overthrew the tyrant a year ago.
Oh,
Leaders
Oh.
come and go. I'm just a pawn on a head on a pike in historical terms, so it's not that important. But like, so there's something here worth fighting for that they want, because what we are right now is a nascent trading society. We're not fully developed yet. We are having rebuilt from the previous regime, so there must be something personal about this.
And that's the issue. You have to be open. Maybe we can start by you filling us in on what really happened when you were away.
You mean my early years when I was a bear?
Yes, your bear years. Why don't you bear it all for us?
That's adorable.
give
Well,
me 1 second.
I was 12 or 13, and my parents had just gotten killed by the druids, and I'm not sure how or why, but they decided to spare me. And that's its own strange thing. But I lived a year in the woods on the coast off this island for a solid year, just foraging and eating and wandering. In those years, I actually looked up at the sky and saw birds and animals that could fly, and just wanted to get away from this place, and just decided I couldn't sprout wings, so I admired them and watched. And then after some number of years, I don't know why, either the spell wore off or the druids finally took pity, and I became human again and caught my first boat out, and then instantly was a pirate, and then doing raiding parties and trying my best to forget my previous life on the coast. But Darktoe always pulled me back, and I knew my family had a long name there, so I was attracted to what my family was before. So I wanted to join my uncles and father's reputation and maybe make my own along the way. But those years as a bear, I was a bear. I don't recall much of it.
And you don't ever remember, as a bear, meeting any humans? Them tending to you or caring for you or checking up on you?
I have to imagine the druids that turned me into a bear actually just left me alone, but I don't know, because I wasn't in my right mind back then. So I could have been part of a number of ritual sacrifices or some weird shit. I don't know what that means, because I didn't think about it that way at the time.
I understand.
Well, it wasn't until we actually hit the island where Revit was being kept and cast, and rediscovered the druids, I don't know, hatred, obsession about my bloodline, that I thought this was a big deal. When we got to the wreckage of Revik's ship, I just thought, oh fuck, my uncle's here, I should save him and this problem. Like, I didn't understand what it was until I got the key. And since I got the key, I'm starting to remember that we had some competition between our bloodline and some druids, and we parted company at some point on not great terms, and I don't have the details. You can take the key if you want and look at it and see if you think it has some recollection or memory, but it's just a very old artifact.
Yeah. Actually, that's good. Huh.
I will say, Mao, you feels right when you think this is big. Like this is a big move.
Right.
This isn't some type of petty personal, though maybe you have connection, but it is large. Especially with what I don't know if Thola, you haven't filled Mao, I think totally in. So Thola, you kind of rings true to you too, knowing the extent of people who've been killed off the island.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I definitely kind of. She looks back, and I guess is this the lowest of the decks? I guess we'll continue looking through rooms, but Dola says they're not only planning here though. See, there was evidence that Marquette and other places around are being attacked.
To what end?
I don't know.
Well, so though to be clear, your bloodline and mine are cousins on this island, and for that matter, Wyatt, fucking divergent monster that he is, he's part of the same tree. So we're a part of something bigger at some level.
I've never really interacted with druids in all my time, except being with you all. But I'm unsure what these old ways are and what their reasoning for their path that they're taking. But they are gathering magic or power from those that currently have it. And what currently is Darktoe's greatest power?
I mean, I'm trying to build it up to trade, but it's probably the old blood. You recall the pyramid. You recall, well, the Mark of Ascension that was here. Do you?
I don't know. As much as I try to recall about family history, it's hard to get. It's hard to remember it all when it seems like history is constantly being made in the now. But yes, I do recall the importance and the value of our bloodlines. But in terms of what importance it has in the world's game, I do not understand.
Same. I don't quite understand what the druids want or why they pursue or what in game is in it for them. So for now, I think we defend, we protect, and we wait and find out, I guess, what their game is.
Well, we have to continue here. Let's keep looking, and we go through the doors. And I guess, like, while she is quite wise, she doesn't have a high intelligence. I guess she wants to think of ways or things that, like, Darktoe especially are accessible that would, bring a druidic, power to, I don't know what they're seeking, but the problem is also that we don't know what they're seeking except, just bringing back society to what seemed like the Stone Age, so I guess, is there some type of power source or, what things do I think about that would be immediately in danger on Darktoe besides the people itself and, us as,
I think
medium, well, and
a lot of thoughts you're saying Thola's having.
Right.
You remember that Wyatt went through a great trouble of grabbing things that were special to the King Now people that originally resided here and within the entire coast.
Okay.
And as you think about the whole idea of nature and how it is, Darktoe interfered with travel and trade. There are reasons why the idea of Darktoe coming under in as a partner was so motivating for Marquette on the Concord.
Mm-hmm.
Trade, advancement on a scale that had never been possible before. After the Guardian that was over the Lucidian Ocean was sealed away, trade came here, and shortly after that, Darktoe sort of took the place, making it dangerous, making it so you couldn't overstretch. Maybe they're not happy with that.
Because it's further to what they want, obviously. So it's just a natural disruption. Well, shit. I guess the best thing I can do as well right now is... gosh, what is his name? I'm trying to think of a contact that we had that was associated with I believe Marquette. I'm trying to get and he was in the
Be it 10.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. The brother of Beatet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He
Yes.
was the sky captain there.
Yes. That's exactly who I was trying to contact. Thank you. Okay. Let's do. I will start casting here, and all right. Be aware of attack from druids. This seems to be mass. They want civilized society back to a point where they may reign on top.
You're late.
Shit.
Skies turn dark. Ships destroyed. People. So many dead. Word from other ports in Marquette, similar has happened. That's it.
Well, I will share this in a very serious face. And I guess, I don't know if anyone was really searching for anything this time, but she says we need to wrap it up here and go immediately.
To where?
I don't know. We need to get off the ship and prepare on the island. I don't know for what, but I think we need to just set this boat away, like you said. Now that we at least have a great idea of the severity of what might happen. If I shoot.
If you want to wrap this, if you want to do something, you can give me a because I like the energy here. You can give me a perception check.
Okay.
For the rest of the boat.
Let me.
And you'd also, I know you'd also search the flower room.
Right.
Likely.
Yeah, with the porthole. Yeah, definitely.
Because I know there's a lot of like information coming at you right now.
Would I be getting any more pings? Because if my detect magic went down, I would have either cast it again or ritual cast it.
Not where y'all standing right now, but I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. So currently, that is a 27.
One thing, Caldrum, it is unreasonable that you are not getting more pings. Your father was making things, which means that whoever did this would strip them clean of such things. Like there should be stuff on most of the people here, at least a sword or an eye. You know, there should be things, clothes that would cure seasickness. There was all these things that were being made through Darktown. The fact that there is nothing here in itself is problematic. 27 Thola. The 27 Thola. I literally have 27 in front of me for this. Because he had to hide it. You find a head. It is buried beneath where you'd think smuggling would take place. Very between the boards in the outer hall where it's wet and things would get ruined. And it looks like this person decapitated themselves.
Bullshit.
And the same point in such a way that they hid their head. Or had someone hide it for them. With the jaw intact. In the room with the blue flowers, you see bedrolls. Precisely 5 are here. Your senses would tell you these were probably brought up as just passengers, people who paid a fare. See markings that see leaves, things that would go more towards natural things. You can see the signs of struggle from when the spy kitten interacted with whatever was on the table. It seems to be entirely gone. And
before it, and I guess one thing I would for sure check for on here, knowing her, is anything that doesn't look like it belongs to a pirate.
Yeah.
Any druid like cloth, anything like that.
Yeah, you do. There are things like pillows and that's what these cloths. They seem more like what one would make out of like leaves and fibers and hemp. You would believe that these are probably possessions.
Okay, I will take one of those.
That this indicates possibly that they may have been found out at some point and had to act quickly.
Okay.
That they, as careful as they've been, this seems like a mistake, or maybe it's a trap. You don't know.
Right.
But it is with the removal of things, there's something off, one or the other, potentially. It's up to you, Orthola. You also see here a familiar sign that you remember within the Islands of the Shattered Teeth. There's burnt into the wood itself that helped temporarily increase one's druidic energy.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Oh, they're at it again. Back at it again. Okay. So I will let everyone know this, and she says,
I'm trying to give you everything for your 27 now that I'm going.
Okay.
It's wet in here. There's the walls, the ceiling, and the smell of petrichor.
Interesting. So, I mean, one of the places I know, right, is is it seem what like someone living here has been damp often, or like whatever, because like I'm like, okay, maybe they're coming in and out swimming from place to place, because obviously being a druid they can do that, but and then I'm like, okay, that's the way we got up the reach, or was up through the.
So that would be one thing if the floor was wet, but this is everywhere,
right?
And almost like the wood has been soaked a little bit, as though there was intense moisture here for many days or weeks.
But no sign of like some weird water monster lurking around.
No.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think of a elemental or magic. And Caldrum's not getting any type of residual magic or anything. Is he?
The sheer lack of magic on these people is concerning. My father, before he left, was making items for everyone. Yes.
Yep. Yes, that was true. But I need to go. I need to get on.
Yeah. Caldrum, I'm almost over the check, but I wanted to see. You may make a. This would be a Wisdom Arcana check.
Okay. So I'm not proficient Arcana, so I'm just going to roll Wisdom. Natural 20, 25.
There you go. That's why I had you do it, just in case. So, there we go. With spell magic. Sorry, with check magic. It is super faint. Whatever was in here been gone, but it is intensely powerful. Something of great power was in this room. And unstable. Likely could be used once. Because of just how insane it is. You think of some of the places you've been where magic has been enchanting. This isn't that kind of permanent. This is an unstable item. And to get you the level of power that is contained in here, I'll use a game term, 9th level.
So I've experienced wishes. Would I assume it's something like I could equate it to something like that? I've both used one myself and
right. I'll tell you, you don't think it's a wish spell.
Okay.
But it is that level of power.
Of that magnitude. It's just a hint that I can still feel of residual magic, but something of the same magnitude, maybe not powered by gods, but of the wishes that each of us have used. It was unstable, unlike what we utilized. And there's just the faintest aura of it that I can still feel with my magic. Likely not to be used again. Whatever it was, it was...
You don't think it was used?
Oh, okay.
You think it being here is what caused all this? Like, it was so unstable that these things were happening around it.
Its presence warped the very air around here. They still have access to it. And with something that powerful, that could level Darktoe, if I had to guess.
So that this power is still in the island, you think?
Likely.
Well, I thought Marquette was bad, but this is probably worse.
So, like immediately, like what I guess like what Stola was doing in that time was
Yes.
like she doesn't have it on her, so she goes and runs to the boat. Like if she has to like teleport to our boat, right? Because she's been trying to grab some holy water from the boat, and she tries to rush back, using her bonus action teleports to teleport back, and then gets everyone in. Grabs a bowl and she pours the holy water in, and grabs some of these possessions that the druid had and starts like just like putting them around and tries to clear up the water to see through and find where this person is that own these possessions.
And this is Scry?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe
You have a possession, so
yeah.
what's the DC with the possession?
I believe it is. Oh, where is it? Where you go? Oh my god. It is possession, like garment. So it would be -4 for the save for you. Yeah.
Right. So, and your save is normally?
Well, I haven't heard of them or met them or firsthand or familiar. So mine would. Okay, hold on.
Do those all stack, or is it just whichever one you have?
No,
Right.
it would be, they'd
Okay.
stack.
Okay, so mine would be. I've heard maybe. Oh no, hold on. You see the clear. Some sort of physical connection to it. If it's already cast spell, okay. All right, so I haven't heard of them, or so I don't get any type of like modifier from that. But they get the. It's always fucking spell.
Okay, so yeah, so it would
They get
be,
in there for.
yeah, really, you don't,
The target
Actually,
must, yeah, because you're
I'll-
making the wisdom save, so it's a -4, right? And then,
well, I'll give you the -10 because there's going to be hairs in here because they slept there. So I'll give
Okay.
you I'll give you the -10 for them. However,
oh, okay,
you're at second hand, so that turns to a -5.
okay.
So we're going to say get a -5 total from this. And what's your DC?
19.
That's an 18.
It's an 18, you said, or a 19?
18.
We getting there by the skin of our teeth.
The water begins to churn as the bits of hair and nail and cloth of the possessions dissolve into the water, fueling the power. As you see from overhead, as if armies of ravens are flying over the islands. And we'll see what they see next week.
Oh, man.
All right. Anyone watching, thank you so much. Thank you for inspirations and all those things. And we are looking forward, at least I am very much looking forward to getting back to Darktoe and the Island next week. Hope you join us, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.